Good evening and welcome to TUC Half Hour, the program that brings you all the latest information about the labor movement in Nigeria, issues around workers' rights, and updates on the work and impact of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. I am your host, Judith Trust. Last week on TUC Half Hour, we sat with Comrade Festus Osifo, the President of the Trade Union Congress, for Labour's assessment of President Tinubu's 2 years in office, from the promises made to the red lines being drawn for the remaining half of the administration. But tonight, we turn to the streets to hear directly from you, the Nigerian workers. We asked everyday citizens how they would rate President Tinubu's performance so far, how the minimum wage and subsidy removal are affecting them, and what policies they want to see implemented in the remaining half of the term. But before we get into the voices of the people, here is your chance to win 5,000 Naira this week on TUC Half Hour. As always, we kick off with our labor trivia, a quick test of your knowledge on the Trade Union Congress, its affiliates, and key milestones in Nigeria's labor history. Here is how you can win. Step 1, follow us on all our social media platforms displayed on your screen. Step 2, comment the correct answer to tonight's question. Step 3, get your friends and family to like your comment. The correct answer with the most likes wins 5,000 Naira. And please note that only those who follow us are eligible to win. But before we get into tonight's trivia question, we want to say congratulations to last week's winner, Khalifa Wazir from Facebook. Your 5,000 Naira prize is ready and we'll be reaching out to you with collection details. Thank you for engaging with TUC Half Hour and staying informed on workers' issues. Congratulations once again, and now it is your turn to win. If you know the answer, hurry now to our social media pages, follow us, comment the correct answer, and start gathering those likes. TUC Half Hour continues after the break. years into President Bola Tinubu's administration, Nigerian workers are watching closely and living the reality behind the economic and labor reforms, from minimum wage adjustments to the removal of fuel subsidy. We took to the streets to hear directly from the people. How are these changes affecting their daily lives? What challenges do they face? And what policies do they hope to see before this government's term runs out? Here is what they had to say.
If you look at it critically, there are some measures he took that is going to be of benefit to everybody. Let's take, for instance, the issue of the increment of the budget of the state. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria that there will be increase in salary, and no governor throughout Nigeria say that they cannot pay the salary. It shows that the presidency, before increasing the subsidy, they have already have arrangement how to cushion the Fed. Maybe his thinking might not be as realistic as possible, because the presidency, I'm not working in the presidency, I'm just saying my own personal opinion though, believe that if he increase the money to all the state of the federation, indirectly or directly, the state governor will now do a kind of benefit to all the citizens throughout the country. So, but our governor have to be blamed, because most of them embark on when they see the humongous budget that is coming from the presidency, they embark on the capital project, elephant project. That one may not have a direct impact on the populace. At the same time, when you look at the petroleum sector, it is not 100% huru, but if you look at it, we don't experience a shortage again. It has been deregulated as the communications industry, whereby we have somebody like Dangote competing effectively with the NNPC. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have an organization that is checking, that have a kind of check and balance to the almighty NNPC. With all then, when you have a competition, like that, it will lead to improvement. And in terms of education, we have the net fund giving a loan to students. So all those things, if I continue to enumerate it, they are working on the CNG motor. You can see here in Abuja, though I am not based in Abuja here, but coming to Abuja, you see a whole lot of infrastructure within the 2 years going on. The roads, the transportation, you can see the bus stops commissioning everywhere. So to me, he has done his own bit, but by the time he completes the 4 years, we'll be able to judge him more effectively.
To me, he's doing fine. He's doing fine because when he started, things were not stable. But for the past 2 years, he tried to stabilize so many things. And I'll start from the issue of insecurity. He inherited the insecurity from the past government, but he has tried a lot in fighting the insecurity, kidnapping, Boko Haram, and all other forms of insecurity. He's fighting them. Even when it became so hot in Benue State, he went himself to Benue State and to talk to people, and they sent the armed forces, police. They are doing a great job in Benue State in curbing the insecurity. And on the part of the civil servant, the payment of their salary is on time, and like in the pension aspect, there has been delaying upon delaying for payment of pension, but now he has released money, and is cutting down that long period, and people are happy with him, and personally I'm happy with his government. So the other area that is not easy but that he will do, and I know he will do, is construction of roads from one town to another in the hinterland, all over Nigeria. Some places, or most places, the roads are bad. So, and this bad road also help the insurgents. So, if the roads are good, it will help to reduce the rate of insurgents, and that is the area I want the government to focus on, so that they will provide roads to people. Then the list is inexhaustive. The issue of light, electricity, it can always improve electricity so that people will have light. And I think that is the little I can say for now.
There's nothing I can say about this government, that the government has affected every human living being in this country negatively, retrogressively. There's nothing to talk positively about this. Mention one. Today, as an assistant director, I cannot boast of 3 square meals for 30 days. Is that what you said? You have a government in the country? Nothing seems to be working. Nothing, absolutely nothing. So what are you talking? In which aspect? Is it education? Is it health? Is it like so many, like the present minister of FCT, who feels that he's every major project? Whatever government you are, if you cannot affect human being positively, human development, you have not done anything in your government. It's nothing there. There's nothing there to write home about this government. If it is possible, like Christ died for our sins, if it is possible for me to give my life so that my children and other dependents, other human beings in Nigeria can live comfortably, I will do it. There's nothing to write about this government. Minimum wage, oh God of my faith. Today I'm not with my pay slip. I had it yesterday. I would have shown minimum wage have not been paid. It's a fraudster, it's a fraud. This government, APC government, is a scam. There's nothing good about this government. This APC government is scam. Go to the IPPIs in the 4th floor here. We'll tell you if anybody, I can go and print my pay slip for you. Minimum wage has not been paid, has not been affected. And then what do you call? Is this the government you have in the country? No, we don't have a government. We don't have a government. It's a conglomeration of retired and even young criminals that have formed themselves to loot the government. You said you have removed subsidy to better off the citizens' lives. So what has the subsidy done to us? That every day you go about borrowing money. You can imagine. You can imagine. Go to the market today. There was a day I was going back home and I asked my wife, or my wife asked me rather, to pick up something, to stop by in Maraba, to pick up something. I stopped over at the market. I priced 1 or 2 things. I could not afford to bring out money to pay for those things. I said, please, I went back home and gave my wife, however, go and manage yourself in the market. I will not be able to contend with the situation.
Every government has their own way of doing things. If it did not favor you in this government, that doesn't mean another government will not favor you. But in me particularly, I will say he has not favored me because I spend more than I earn every month. I spend ×2 for transportation without feeding more than what I earn a month. So it has not impacted me. But that doesn't mean we should lose hope on that. God has the power to do anything. We can say our own in human way, but God has his own plan. Tinubu is human. We are human. Nigeria is a land and a country. God is God. So he can design it the way he wants. Maybe the president of Tinubu is kind of punishment for our sin. But I believe he has done well to others, but not to me. But I still wish him well. And I pray for him for more health, to do more. I pray that God should open his eye to see himself, not by the people surrounding him. Because by the people surrounding him, he will always fail. Fuel subsidy. Removing subsidy is supposed to be an easy way for every humanity. But it has become the tough time of the day. Because When Goodluck, let me just use the past presidents, when Goodluck was in the seat, there was subsidy and we were still doing better. Buhari came and said fuel, he made fuel at 1 something. He said we return it to 40 naira or 60 naira. He increases it. Tinubu come with his own. He did not even mention anything he just said he will remove subsidy. And the subsidy has been removed and we are in the tough time. So he has not impacted and he has not added anything. And they should allow like Dangote and the rest of them that have the interest to make the fuel reduce. The first problem of every poor man is transportation. Secondly, is feeding. Thirdly, is education. Because if you do not fill up, you cannot sit in the class. If you do not see transport, you cannot go to where you want to go and hustle for. So they should look at all those areas and do something.
I must tell you categorically clear that it has affected us so negatively. When you look at the situation of the nation today, you will see that the unemployment, the masses, the level of unemployment and the society is increasing by the day. We are having new graduates. Yes, new graduates are coming up, and the ones that have already graduated, there is no work for them. And we are asking that this government should come and see how they can assist the masses for employment. It's a thing that this government should look into the unemployment rate of Federal Republic of Nigeria and see how they can assist this nation and assist the youth of this nation to gain employment so that they can develop themselves, or to see how they can grow an empowerment that can help the Nigerians, the unemployed youths, and the new graduates to see how we can be able to integrate ourselves into the society. The removal of the fuel subsidy have affected us negatively as well, because the level of the transport rates have increased. From here to Yanya, before you usually pay 150, 200 naira, now it's 500 naira, 600, 700 naira. From here to Lube that we pay before 200 naira, 250, is now 800 naira, 700 naira. So it has affected us negatively. No positivity in it. That's the truth. We must tell ourselves the truth and nothing to hide. I am a Nigerian, a free Nigerian for that matter.
For the past 2 years, they've been a bit of hardship, okay, which is general, likely because of the removal of fuel subsidy. But despite that, I don't blame the government, because personally, I think I understand where the president is coming from, and that we need to sacrifice now so that we can have our gain tomorrow as a country. So I don't blame the government, because you can't repair anything. If you have a fracture, it has to be painful when they are repairing it. So I think the country is already fractured and is trying to fix it. So no pain, no gain. I think, but things will get better. That's our hope. The only policy recommendation, which I don't know if it's possible, is to see, which is a law, if it's possible for them to enact a law that will give the president power to review how the governors are spending their money in their states, to give the president some form of power. Because that's one of the major problems we have as a country. Because the subsidy money that is removed, a chunk of it is being given to the state government. So if it's used very well, we won't be complaining about this hardship today.
The workers, it's really affecting them negatively, or it can be also positively, because administrators come and go. It depends on the area of their policies. But to me, I feel that Tinubu policy is fine, is good, but it's not making the impact, it's not affecting the civil servants. His policy on salary increase and every other things, they have been complaining. There is much complaint from the civil servants. Non-payment of the salary, non-allocation of non-allocation of resources for them to even do their work. So the administration, well, if it continues like this, I don't think that we are really heading to where we are getting to. So they come for change, or what's his name? Renewed hope. So if it is renewed hope like this, honestly, we are seeing negative aspect of it. Though there is some positive aspect of it. You understand? So he should just make everything to balance up his administration so that everybody will feel the impact. Well, if you go to Orosaya policy, I think that policy is still a waste policy. That policy are still, those are two policies I can recommend for him if you really want to achieve the goal and objectives.
I can tell you that the man, the way people are seeing it, is not the way it is. Because I, that reside in FCT here, I can start from where I live. It's Abuja. Abuja today is wearing a brand new look. And if Mr. President is somebody that don't have listening ear, when he appointed this man called Mr. Project, the former governor of Rivers State, people can brand somebody's name, and when they dislike you, they can talk anything about you. But I believe in what I see. I believe in what I can see. Even you as a young lady, what you can see, what everybody can see. Wike have turned FCT around. No minister since the inception of FCT have performed like Wike. I don't know how people look at it, but I'm telling you, based on that, has done well. In area of Mr. President, Mr. President's governance have taught a lot of people a lot of things, how to depend and how to be productive. How to be productive. Before people think everything goes the way they want it, you go and you pick it and you go. No, his regime have taught us some things. We are not looking at only what people talk he's doing. In that area, he has tried. No, the area of workers, I can hear what the workers are saying about their minimum wage. To me, if I can advise, workers' minimum wage supposed to look into, because the country, things are very, very hard and expensive. Before, if you go to market with 1,000 naira, you give your wife on a Friday, he said you give your wife 5,000, go to the market and buy things for the family. Before, I think that 5,000 can cook soup. But this time around, if you give your wife 100,000 to go to market on a Friday, he comes back with nothing. And if you're not the type like me, I go to the market to buy things myself. If you're the type, if you're some men who doesn't go to the market, and they will be accusing their wife whether they have used the money for a different thing. But it is a lie. So government should look into all these areas. I'm telling you, it is affecting the public, it is affecting families.
You have heard from everyday Nigerians on how Tinubu's administration, 2 years in, has impacted their lives. Policies like the new minimum wage, fuel subsidy, and the economy. They shared their pain points and their struggles. Judith Trust, TUC Half Hour. Welcome back. Those were the voices of Nigerian workers speaking on rising costs, reforms, and the realities they face 2 years into this administration. From wage concerns to policy expectations, it is clear that while some progress is noted, much more needs to be done to ease the burden on the average citizen. Some citizens remain hopeful, while others are struggling, but the message is the same. Government must do more and do it now. Workers are calling for real relief, sincere engagement, and policies that make everyday life better. And as the second half of President Tinubu's term begins, the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria promises to keep amplifying these voices and holding leadership accountable. That's it for this special edition of TUC Half Hour. But before we sign off, a quick reminder of our trivia question. Drop your answer in the comments and don't forget to follow us. For more stories that champion the rights, struggles, and victories of Nigerian workers, follow TUC Half Hour across all our social media platforms. Catch replays, exclusive interviews, and be the first to answer next week's trivia for another 5,000 Naira. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, I am Judith Trust. God bless Nigerian workers.